Pusha says was the first to come out of their sessions. Don't be fooled by Pusha's interviews appealing for one last guest verse and the Twitter jokes that he went to a GNX tour date to physically walk Kendrick into the nearest studio. That was a joke that was circulating that. He kept teasing that there's one more verse that they're waiting for before the project came out, and he kept teasing. Everybody thought it had to be because of how busy Kendrick has been. But we come to find out it's not the case. He says K-Dot's verse homework had been turned in for a while now. But after a summer of beef between their two biggest artists, talking about UMG, that resulted in a still ongoing lawsuit from Drake, Def Jam's parent company, UMG, blanched at the antagonistic optics of two of Drake's biggest enemies linking on wax. So when you dice this down, UMG said, all right, with this pending lawsuit, we don't think the optics on this will look too good with Kendrick and Pusha T, who both obviously have had back and forths with Drake before. We don't think the timing of this is good. The stadium tour, I feel like the stadium tour that Kendrick has been on, you know, doing this that have been from the beef back and forth, that seems to be a little bit more damning in terms of optics, if you ask me. When you're looking at a stadium, I just saw the Bay Area show, and when you got a whole stadium that's saying, hey, money, when you got people outside of San Francisco, did you see that? Where they're outside the stadium, and they were involving themselves, even though they didn't pay a ticket, they just wanted to hear it outside the stadium. It's odd. It's odd, you know, but I guess the lawyers do know best. It goes on to say, Pusha calls their apprehension stupid, primarily because none of the bars in Kendrick's otherwise excellent verse could really be perceived as a shot or even subliminal.
It's gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right, and I'm most definitely not saying I'm wrong. That's for y'all. You hear what I'm saying? Appreciate to everybody that's been tapping in. Just received the cash app today, man. Salute. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are, man. Salute. But to help the channel grow, I appreciate that. Like I say, I'm learning. I'm starting out. But check this out, though, right? Because I was finna lay it down, but I was watching Curtis King reacts, right? Salute to Curtis King TV. Dope individual, man. Hip-hop. This is when we talk about hip-hop journalism, where somebody like Curtis King reacts, Curtis King TV, wherever you want to go with it. Shout out to Justin Hunt. You know what I'm saying? The company, man. Cats like that, that's who I look for. They remind me of the Torres in your 90s. You feel me? Because Torre, that was the hip-hop journalism. Didn't know his name, man. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know his name until later on in the years, but I just know he always kept that hairstyle. That's legendary. That hairstyle that he had, you knew that was Torre, no matter what. But anyways, let me get into what I was about to say, bro. The clip situation, it's not just Pusha T. Everybody try to make it seem like it's Pusha T, but I can't even say allegedly, because it seemed like that is already documented, but they want, well, I can't say this, let me just say allegedly that, this is why I hate the whole lawsuit with Drake, bro, because they want to censor Kendrick Lamar's verse. Kendrick Lamar gave a verse to TheCliPse. They want to censor his verse since this lawsuit is going on, right? But the cool part about it, this verse was turned in even, I don't know if it was before the beef commenced or if it was during the time, like if they were beef, like meaning when they was trading those songs back and forth, even though it was a week. I think it was, put it like this, it was before the summer of 2024. I know that for sure. It was before the summer of 2024. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is nothing what Kendrick is saying. I haven't heard the first, but what TheCliPse is stating, like, and even I think Drake lawyers and all, like, bro, there's no shots taken at Drake, but all of a sudden, Kendrick first has to be censored or he has to change it, or that's what I'm saying. Again, like, bro, you messing with my pen. I mean, you messing with my pen now. You messing with my pen. And if I can be completely honest, we know one thing not to say, and I don't even have to necessarily say that thing, but we know what we not supposed to say, and if we do say that, you know it's no problems, bro. It's curtains, all that, bro. But I look at it like this: you can't trip because we're playing in a field, we're in their backyard, we're in their home, so. No matter what we bring, I don't care how much food I bring to the table. I don't care how much place that I bring to the backyard. You feel me? I don't care what I'm supplying to come to this function in the house or in the back, wherever. I'm still, at the end of the day, I'm still in your vicinity. I'm still in your arrangement. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? It's yours. So if it's certain things where you like, you can't say that. And I think people know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? When I say it's certain things that you know for a fact that you can't say that you're getting canceled. So we deal with that as far as like creating. You know what I'm saying? We understand that. You know. But now when you just like going over stuff that's going on in our culture, and you trying to censor that, or you know like how we get down, and now that's about to get censored. Ah, yeah, that's why I say, bro, if he lose, I mean, excuse me, if he wins that battle, if he wins that lawsuit, because it really is, if he wins that, bro, we all gonna be saying, if we want to get paid, hands on your knees. We all gonna be singing that. We are. We are gonna be saying that. Because it's one thing that if Dot was taking shots at this man in that verse, I wouldn't, like, I'm not saying that I agree, but that's more understandable if that makes sense. Like, oh, okay, I get it. But bro, he's not even talking about you. And now look, and I'm not saying even that homie was like, oh no, stop that verse, or homie is even saying, oh, that verse can't even come out. I know he's not doing that, but what he's not understanding, bro, it's a domino effect. Your actions, bro, is not just with this situation, bro. It's everything, bro. It's gonna trickle down to everything. That's why I said, bro, if you just doing your lawsuit, do that. But when you mentioning that song, I don't care what the song is saying or what it's doing, bro. The fact that you mentioning that song, and you just signed a petition saying that rap lyrics shouldn't be used against you. You know what I'm saying? In court, you signed that for Young Thug. Rap lyrics should not be used against you. And you go a different route, and you want, come on, bro. I hate to keep bringing it up, but come on, it start slowly but surely. You're starting, homie. So how long do y'all think it's going to take for another big label or another company where you turn in records where they're going to be like, hold up, now it's going to be damn near 30 days so they can go through a whole album? You feel me? A whole, and you would think like, bro, don't take that long. No. They want to make sure, because people are going to start suing out the woodwork, bro. They're going to start coming out the wood like, bro. And that's what I have a problem with. Like, creative expressions, like, damn, bro. Miss me with that. You can't tell me, oh, they use this to try to diminish my character. No, bro. No. I'm not going for that. I'm sorry. And another thing I was thinking, too, before I even get off this, right? Another thing I was thinking, that I think you know for a fact that nobody, besides trolls and people on the internet, I highly doubt people in the real world is getting at this individual. Hope y'all keeping up in this conversation, who I'm talking about, the person that's suing. Nobody in the real world is going, hey, we can't mess with you because of that song. We know. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I can almost guarantee, because it will be noticeable, right? That's your own insecurities. But I really think that the activities that you was already doing, this right here is preventing you from continuing on to do whatever activities you were doing. Let me just say that. I'm gonna put that out there, bro. Not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not saying it's legal, I'm not saying it's illegal. I'm just saying, because that's the only way I can think that why that song is still like bothered. Like, that's the only way. That's the only way, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody's tripping. Ain't nobody lost a brand deal. We ain't seen it. Unless it's behind closed door. You ain't lost no brand deals. You ain't lost nothing. And that popularity the little popularity that you lost because of this situation, that still ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That still ain't nothing. Right now, though, I'm not gonna lie. With this stuff, with the clips that's going on, and I'm gonna say alleged, but if they really trying to censor this man vocals or this man verse, and it's not even taking no type of aim towards, it's gonna get worse, bro. It's gonna get worse. Don't mess up my creative expression. Don't mess up my creative. That's like telling a comedian he can't tell jokes no more. That's basically what you. That's like real talk. He can't tell jokes no more. That's basically what you're doing. But I'm gravitating with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments below. I'll see y'all tomorrow with it. Gravity.